Hi, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. This isn't a schedule update or anything like that. I just wanted to sit down for a little while and talk to you about where this channel is going next year because it is shifting a little. Not in a dramatic way, just in a more honest way. um, and I know my videos have been a little unhinged lately, a little bit chaotic, a little bit all over the place. So I do have this separated into sections just to kind of keep myself on track. So let's get into it. First, let's talk about the things I'm letting go of. One, I am not going to even attempt a reading journal this year. Turns out I am not a reading journal person. I want to be. The thought was there. They are so fun. I love watching other people do them. I love watching the flip throughs. They are so cool, so pretty. But I can't keep up with them. I just can't. I tried so hard. I just cannot keep up with them. So I'm not even going to try this year. I didn't buy one. I'm not even going to attempt it. Yeah, it's a trend that I can't be a part of, unfortunately. Maybe when my life isn't so chaotic, maybe when I don't have kids at home to keep up with. But as of right now, I'm just not a reading journal person, unfortunately. So that's one thing that I'm just gonna let go of that altogether. I'm not even gonna attempt it. Second thing is the need to explain myself all the time. If a video is gonna be late or if I need to skip a video, I'm gonna let you know. But I don't want to apologize for it anymore. And I know you all don't expect me to. We're friends at this point. And I know that you all have been very sweet and very supportive. I'm working now. I deal with health flare-ups and I have kids and I have a whole life, and sometimes my capacity is just different. I don't want to treat that like a problem that I have to justify. So I just don't want to apologize for it. I don't want to feel like I have to apologize for it. I already feel bad enough when I'm late on it because I know that there are people out there that really miss my videos when I don't post them. I have people that reach out and say, hey, no video this week. And I love getting messages like that because it makes me feel good that people actually miss my videos. It makes me feel good that people actually enjoy watching them. And I really feel good about that. I really do. They don't make me feel bad at all. When I get those messages, I don't feel bad about them. I feel good about them. And I feel good to be missed. I really do. Um, I I really love putting out content and I enjoy putting those videos out there. And I have creators that I miss when they don't post videos. So I understand that. So yeah, I don't want to feel the need to apologize. And also the need to please the algorithm is there too. And that whole thing in the back of my mind, I'm like, if I don't post a video on this day at this time, then I'm not pleasing the algorithm. I don't want that to be in my mind all the time either. And that's a thing that's always there. And I'm just gonna get that out of my mind. I'm not gonna think about it anymore. I don't want to stress over it. I'll post a video when I post a video. This week, the video is so late. It was supposed to be posted on Monday. It's going to be posted on Wednesday, and that's just because of life. It's because the weather changed and I was hurting and I just couldn't put a video out there. And it is what it is. It's just how things happen. So this time of the year is very hard for me because of the weather, and and I live in Texas, so it's cold and then it's warm again, it's cold again, and it's really hard. So anyhow, all that to say, um, I may not always explain why a video is late, or I may explain, I may not explain it, but I'm not going to have the need to explain it all the time. Along those same lines is letting go of the need for perfectionism, because perfectionism causes me to post less. Because I get this whole thing in my head where the video has to be completely perfect before I'll post it, or I have to have this complete perfect vibe, or have to have all my ducks in a row before I can post a video, and that just makes me post less. And it's just hindering me in a big way. And I'm gonna let that go as well. And just everything doesn't have to be completely perfect for me to post a video. It just doesn't. And that's just getting in the way of me putting something out there for you. And a lot of times I could have already put something really great out there, even if it wasn't completely perfect. So I need to let that go too. Now we'll go to the things that I want to do more of. Creatively, I just want to do more things that make reading fun for me again. Not that it's stopped being fun, it's just sometimes it becomes a chore. Sometimes it becomes, I mean, numbers, I gave up numbers last year. I gave up the need to hit this magical number last year. I did not focus on that this year at all. I focused on quality over quantity. That's something that I'm still doing. But um, what I mean by it being fun is just like I want to read for the conversation more. I want to make reading conversation, if that makes sense, and not just to be reading. And I really enjoy reading. I love it. But I want to have more conversation around books. And with that being said, I want to do more buddy reads. I would love to get involved in buddy reads. I want to do more book events next year because this year I missed out on a whole bunch of book events because just life got in the way. And I had a lot of times where I was just too down to read and just, too upset with life or didn't have the books. Because, I usually like the physicals. And whereas later in the year, I started to get more from the library and reading on Libby and reading on Kindle and and just realizing that whatever I'll deal with reading digitally, even though I struggle with reading digitally a little bit, but I've kind of gotten over that. Just to whatever, I'll just do it, and just deal with it. So I want to get involved in more community events and with the book community and just have more conversation around books. Whereas I've missed out on a lot of that this year. So definitely that. Channel wise, I want to do more videos where I judge books by their covers. I don't know if you remember it, but I did a video where I just picked books off my shelves that had scary looking covers and then I read them to see if they were as scary as they looked. I love doing it. It was so fun. And I think people really enjoyed that video. So I would love to put more content like that out there and just more scary content in general. There's a few videos that I want to do involving scary books, and I have a lot of ideas surrounding that. Just more scary content in general. I want to give you more horror content. And I have a lot of ideas surrounding that, and I'm very excited about it. I want to do more curated recommendation videos, more book lists. Not everything that I read just lists built around a mood or a feeling. And, I've done several of these this year. I loved putting them together. I think people really enjoyed watching them. And I've done several of these. The last one I did really well, and people were very receptive to this. And that was books that traumatized me more than my ex. And it was just books that just gave me that certain feeling that traumatized me or scared me. And I just put that list together. I think it was like 5 books. And people really enjoyed that video. I will link it down below as well. I love putting together curated lists because it's something that I enjoy watching. And I figure it's something that people really enjoy watching as well. So for me to be able to put together something like that for viewers, I love that. I love doing that. And it's something that challenges me too. So if I could put together more videos like that, that would be really great. I have a few ideas already in the works. So yes. Another one is horror classic reaction videos. Like, for example, the one where I read and watched The Exorcist for the first time. And that is just raw and it's real and it's just my reaction. And it's something that's not acting, it's not, and it's my first reaction, my first response. And you're getting literally what I think about it for the very first time. And I really enjoyed putting that together too. And it's something that I really wanted to read this year, and it just worked out perfectly that I could do a video for it. And there are a lot of books that I can't believe I haven't read yet, and a lot of movies that go along with it, even if it doesn't have a movie. But there are a lot of books that I haven't read yet that would be perfect to do a video on. And I think it would be really cool to share that with you. Also, overall, I would like to just allow myself to be messier and more human. And it just goes along with that perfectionism thing and just allowing things to be messy. And I've gotten better at that this year, and just allowing myself to be more vulnerable with you, not sharing my every life event and not sharing my every thought with you, but just allowing myself to be vulnerable and just showing up wherever I am in life. And I think that's important to show you that I have another side, and it's not all books all the time. The books are important, but I think it's cool that I can share that other side with you. And I think it's important to just show up. Wherever I am, whatever day I'm having, to just show up. And also, I've learned that I can let wherever I am emotionally and wherever I am in my life seep into my reading. And I've even been able to curate lists based on that as well. So, okay, let's talk about what's working and staying. So what is working and what's staying is, the kind of books I'm reading. I definitely want to read more of the, dark, weird, queer, uncomfortable stuff. Those are among my favorites. They're the ones that I end up ranking the highest. They're the ones that sit with me. They're the ones that I just get the most out of, and the ones that just stay with me. And I'll never shy away from those. Those are the ones that I enjoy the most. You've probably noticed this year that I am fully a mood reader now. I've always been a bit of a mood reader, but I am unapologetically a mood reader now. I may have books that I probably should be reading, or books that, have been on my TBR a little too long, or that I'm supposed to be reading, but I'm a mood reader. I read based on what I'm feeling right now. I read based on how I want to feel. I read based on, like just what I need. What do I need today? And I have been unapologetically putting books down if I'm not feeling it. And sometimes I probably put books off a little bit too long, but it is what it is. That's where my life is right now. And that's just where we are. So, yeah, horror for me is always going to be more than just a genre. Horror, especially this year, horror is catharsis. It's a way for me to process things, especially when I don't have the words myself. It's a way for me to process things. It's a way for me to process hard emotions. I'm not a wildly emotional person. I have been this year more than maybe ever. I don't know, but horror is just a way for me to process things, and a way for me to deal with different feelings that maybe I have a hard time dealing with. The thing that I am most excited about, and that's what I'm going to tell you about right now. This is huge. And I've mentioned it, I've alluded to it before. I know I've talked about it a little bit before, and that is the rebrand. I am doing a huge rebrand. I don't mean a tiny rebrand. I'm doing a ginormous rebrand. A huge rebrand. I'm talking about my wardrobe, my shelves, my space, the visuals of the channel, my logo. I don't have a logo. I'm gonna have a logo. I am part of my brand. I am my brand. So that's where the wardrobe comes in, which nothing in my closet fits, like literally nothing in that closet fits. Because you've probably noticed, if you look at my very first video versus now, I've lost 50 pounds since the beginning of my channel. So nothing in my closet fits. I have to have new clothes anyways. It doesn't matter. So I thought, well, I have to get new clothes anyways. So it'll just work with my rebrand. So I have to do a rebrand anyways. It's all going to go together. It's all going to work out perfectly. And when I do the rebrand, I will walk you through exactly what I did. I already have the colors lined out. I already know the exact colors. I know exactly what it's going to look like. I have a whole entire vision board. I know exactly what it's going to look like. I'm working on it. It's just going to take a little time. So, and I'm already well on my way. And I'm really excited. I can't wait to show you. I cannot wait. I'm very, very excited. The vision is there. I'm building it slowly. It's not something I want to rush into. It's not something that I can build overnight. I'm just really excited to show you when it's ready. But yeah, that's what next year is. Next year, I'm finally ready. Like, I feel like The last 6 months for me have been really hard, as you probably have gathered. Uh, I've gone through a lot of different stages. I've gone through a lot. I've gone through a lot of things, but I'm finally at a point where I feel like I can go up, and I'm just ready for a transformation on more than one level, personal, business, just every level. I'm just ready to go up, and I'm really excited to share it with you, and I'm really excited for you to be here for it. The next year just feels like a rebuilding and a transformation, not like in a shiny way, but just in a real way. I mean, it's not exactly reinventing myself. I'm not reinventing myself. I'm still me. Like, I'm just more me than I have ever been, if that makes sense. um, like, I'm just letting the real me shine through. That's all. That's literally all it is. It's just, I'm finally being me. I mean, I've always been me, like, unapologetically. It's just a little bit more me. Just letting the real me come out a little bit more. I'm just letting myself be. And I'm really excited. I'm not pretending. I'm just being unapologetically myself just a little bit more, and a little bit more publicly and online too. And I'm just putting it out there, and I'm so excited. So I hope that all makes sense. I really do. I hope that all makes sense. Uh, just give me a little bit of time, a little bit of patience, and I will show you everything that I've created. I've been working very, very hard. And when I do, I will show you the behind the scenes. I will show you exactly how I built it. I will show you my inspiration for it and the vision board. I'll show you everything. I promise you, I'll show you everything. It just takes a little time, a little money. But I'm very excited, and I'm happy to have you here for the whole process. I really am. All that to say, this channel is for people who maybe feel a little out of step. If you're here for slower reading, darker books, and honesty without a lot of performance, then I'm glad you're here. That's kind of it. That's where the channel's headed. Let me know down in the comments what you thought. Let me know if you have any questions, if there's anything I left out, if you're excited about it. Let me know if there's anything specifically you would like to see in the new year. I would love to know. I'm open to suggestions. But that's it. Next couple weeks, things to look forward to are my top books of 2025 and my least favorite books of 2025. I look forward to making those videos, have a lot of fun with it. I will see you next week. Bye for now.